Good day, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me now. I am Giochi. I'm very sorry to being late for this amazing race. Between Stahlbolzen and highflyer. The racers are getting ready for the second race now and should be ready to start in a few seconds. We are having this top 8 match in the current SpeedGaming Live tournament. Stahlbolzen is already ahead 1-0, so we will be in for a very interesting match. Both runners did complete the round-robin group stage and advanced to the knockout stages. Race is about to start. We can be very, very happy with this race. Once again, very sorry for being late. Race could start any second now. So chat already is picking me up what happened in race number 1. Several people seem to have died. Penguigo, the race is starting now, and we're going into game 2 now with highflyer versus StahlbolzenSC2. Intro stage, not the most interesting stage. We're just keep pushing the D-pad to the right, shoot and jump, try to kill everything in our way, trying to decimate our health intentionally so we can have the adjusted HP that we need, which is 3 exactly in the end. So the scripted boss fight will lose no time. highflyer the first at least. StahlbolzenSC2 not far behind. This is not optimal for highflyer, for example. He got an HP drop, which makes his life easier for the bees, as you guys can see. But okay, the stream is now synced up, perfect. Which makes his life easier for passing the bees, but it's a bit more difficult later because he has to adjust his HP for this scene. Both are pretty much evened up now. StahlbolzenSC2 a bit ahead. This can all change, as you can see. Now we have the cars, both players reaching them and trying to attempt the so-called task cars, saving a bit of time with the cars that are pushing us forward. StahlbolzenSC2 very nice, gets it. highflyer misses the task cars, but that is not big. StahlbolzenSC2 the first who is reaching the ship, has a very good ship. As you guys can see, the RNG can favor or not favor us. highflyer as well with a very good ship, placement of the ship right above us so that Vile drops out any StahlbolzenSC2, the first to get scrapped. Highflyer has a bit bad RNG with Vile going to the right. Chat is asking for no task cars. Well, Juice Boy, you can actually have runs without task cars. That is legit. So Zero now coming in, saving the or the actual run now is starting. StahlbolzenSC2 is the first who leaves the highway and is going over to Penguin stage. Penguin, one of the easier stages until we reach first capsule, the dash boots. Pretty straightforward, holding right again, killing everything in our way, making use, using the mechanic of slope jumping. You can see the players trying to jump whenever X is walking down a slope in order to preserve the walking speed from that. Because the mechanic in this game works like this, where if we walk down slope, we will preserve the movement speed, which is a bit faster than as if we're walking straight on the ground. StahlbolzenSC2 a few seconds ahead right now, reaches the capsule first with a very good time. And from now on, as you guys have seen in game number 1, I can imagine the run really starts off now, since from now on we will be only using the dash whenever we can. Almost syncing up, StahlbolzenSC2 getting out of the capsule, Highflyer getting in. An early lead for StahlbolzenSC2, but that can change pretty quickly in this game, and especially with the boss fight here. StahlbolzenSC2 pulling up ahead, using the mech armor to use the upper path, which is no enemies. Highflyer opting to do the same. StahlbolzenSC2 the first who is reaching the snowball section. Pretty technical section where you have to do a lot of jump and shooting in order to optimally pass here. Highflyer with a pretty good section as well. Entering the boss fight. What we want to see here is no slides or as little sliding as possible, because whenever Penguin is sliding, we cannot hurt him. That's definitely not good for the purpose of a speedrun. Not a bad fight for both players so far. StahlbolzenSC2 with very decent RNG, having a lot of icy breaths. That is definitely an RNG we want. Killing the boss as the first of the two. But very good RNG for Highflyer as well. Pretty good fight for both players. Seems like a 5-10 for StahlbolzenSC2. So let us see the routes. StahlbolzenSC2 going for Eagle second. Eagle second. Very, very classic route where we go Eagle second. Oh, both players going for Eagle second. I remember that Highflyer went... Chat, maybe you can help me. Highflyer went iceless in game 1. That was the part I didn't see yet, I have to admit. The task cars really built that lead for Stahl. Task cars definitely helped here. So both players here are not attempting to use the trick we call Magic Carpet, but use the more traditional route. Well, he tried. Okay, he tried. We leave it at that. Both players attempting to go for the classic route, I'd say, not using the Magic Carpet and the iceless jumps, but the more traditional route. Let's say the beginner route, which by all means is not like a bad thing to do. It's a very consistent and very bare bones route, but still has very good usage, especially for tournament runs, because you have no really crazy things you might lose. I thought he ice-landed the last one for hot. I cannot say, because I unfortunately didn't see that. StahlbolzenSC2 the first who got the head upgrades and is now on his way to the boss fight, which in this route obviously is pretty RNG heavy. StahlbolzenSC reaching the boss door first. Highflyer on his tail though. I'd say a good 10 to 12 seconds lead so far on StahlbolzenSC's side. Highflyer though right behind, reaching the boss door now. Now let's see the RNG for StahlbolzenSC. What we don't want to see is him diving. He's going up and we get the dive. This is a make or break point for most PB attempts because we can lose a lot of time. Every dive is losing us at least a second. Highflyer gets the dives as well. Very unfortunate, we see a lot of dives here. StahlbolzenSC the first to get the eagle down. Highflyer not far behind, we still have to say that. Coming down on Highflyer's side. This seems like a 15-second lead for StahlbolzenSC. The headshine, the classic moment we split on, was at about the same moment where Highflyer took the kill. Next stage, Mammoth for StahlbolzenSC. Pretty straightforward stage. Holding right, using those conveyor belts to our advantage. The whole stage is frozen because of the wonderful thing that Mega Man X did. Oh, StahlbolzenSC missing the jump for the capsule the first time, but gets it the second time. No problems here. Fairly tricky jump, because you can actually drop down the blocks, and if you drop down the blocks, let's see here, Highflyer getting the jump as well, chose the right side block break to safely get up. If we drop down from the stones there, from the blocks, there might be the chance of dropping down and having to revisit this stage, but both players were able to avoid this. StahlbolzenSC got the E-Tank, now going down for the heart. Let's see if Highflyer can get the E-Tank. Easy peasy as well, no problems. So both players showing a really good run so far. StahlbolzenSC has round about a 15-second lead still, but Highflyer is not tuning down the pressure. He is in attacking range. StahlbolzenSC on his way to the boss door, making good use of the charged ice, as you guys can see, killing that Hammer Joe or whatever his name is, in order to progress that section faster. Highflyer doing the same, wonderfully done. Mammoth now, the boss fight who can stomp around and throw us down. We use the weakness of the boss, the Storm Tornado. Try to hit him twice with those tornadoes. Worked very well for StahlbolzenSC. Only the last time he didn't get the double hit. Let us see what Highflyer is doing here. Highflyer getting the double hit pretty well. Round about still 15 seconds apart, I'd say. The distance seemed to stay the same. Kill time on Highflyer's side, same moment as StahlbolzenSC having the headshine. Kuwanger stage now is next. One of the most technical stages in the game. A lot of climbing, a lot of ladders, a lot of very precise movement. StahlbolzenSC taking the first section, no problem. Now going to the laser section. Very well done. Next we will have the turtles. He got hit by a tornado, very unfortunate. Highflyer following up right now. And now StahlbolzenSC can breathe a little on this elevator. Like 10 to 15 seconds where he has nothing to do. Stay on the right side and just enjoy the ride. Highflyer going to the turtle section as well now. Taking a bit more steps with more caution, but no problem here. Riding the elevator now. Let us see how the players are going to approach the hard grab, which can be done with the infamous iceless jump. In this route, the players usually do not do this. Highflyer attempting with the trick, and he's doing the so-called Mushi Pan, ice sledding the ice sled into the wall, putting it into the wall, using it as a platform, and then grabbing hard. Wonderful trick. Personally, my most favorite trick in the game. Highflyer going to the hard section as well now. StahlbolzenSC reaching the boss door. Highflyer using the traditional way of getting to the heart. Not a big time loss. Au contraire, it's like the most safe way here. StahlbolzenSC in the boss fight, having a good tango with Kuwengo here, dancing and having a long headbang so far. Half health, very good. Highflyer having a bit trouble on the inner climb, but can manage to get to the boss easy. StahlbolzenSC here with a bit more of a lead now, pulling ahead very nicely. Oh, Highflyer getting headbanged into the ceiling, but no problem here. He can still fight the boss, easy as that. Mandrill, the next stage, the second very technical stage in this run where we had... Oh, and Highflyer died to Kuwengo. That is really a big thing now for StahlbolzenSC, who will now have the opportunity to make big gains on the time side. Getting the E-Tank, easy peasy with the Kuwengo weapon. Boomerang, and is now progressing to the so-called hallway. It's using tornadoes in order to pass this section. No problems here. And now Highflyer completed the fight with Kuwengo as well. This is a setback for now, but as we've seen in run number 1 or race number 1 in this game, there can Flyer just tango. He tangoed. He did a very good dance there. But in this run, there can be so much that is happening that even a minute or a minute and a half, that can all mitigate. So Highflyer now with the route divergence, we see him going for Chameleon 5th with the C5 route. A very old school route. People used this route back then, older days, in order to have the Chameleon Sting weapon early. Let us see if the hard grab goes fine, and he gets it first try. Very nice, very nicely done. He gets this hard upgrade. He is using a different route than StahlbolzenSC, who is now in the Mandrill fight and is freezing Mandrill so he can basically do nothing. As you guys can see, he always puts in 2 shots before Mandrill can actually start to walk again. Easy fight, no problems here. On Highflyer's side, on the other hand, he is at the mini boss, who is guarding the armor upgrade for X. His advantage now is that for the second half of the Maverick stages, he will have the armor and he will have the C-Sting weapon, where the charged C-Sting weapon can make us invulnerable, and he has access to that a bit earlier now. So it all has pros and cons, which route you're going first, but let us see where this evens out. StahlbolzenSC now going to Armadillo stage, the stage we see the most about in this run. That's why I'm not really talking about this stage now. Oh, and StahlbolzenSC got the Phantom Grab in his run. Wow, let us change this up. StahlbolzenSC got one of, if not the hardest trick in the game, a so-called Phantom Grab. We have to name it. It's the so-called booty grab, how we like to call it. It is a Phantom Grab where he loads the sub-tank into the memory of the boomerang and with this trick alone, for the revisits, he will save like 7 seconds for free. This is just huge. It's one of the hardest tricks in the game, and he nailed this one. Highflyer now in the boss fight against Chameleon. He got some ammo drops on the way, which makes the life of Highflyer very, very easy here in this fight. Usually you come into the fight and have an exact amount of ammo because you use the ammo for the boss fight and for the mini boss fight. StahlbolzenSC with very good RNG on with very good RNG on Armadillo here. Highflyer completing Chameleon, StahlbolzenSC completing Armadillo now. Let us see, StahlbolzenSC completing the stage. Highflyer going to Spark Mandrill now. His advantage now is that he already has the armor, which makes the stage so much easier for him, especially in the long hallways and in the boss fight where Spark Mandrill can start to push and fist and punch us a lot. And those punches really hurt if you get hit once or twice. And as well, he now has the charged Chameleon Sting, which helps him in this hallway. Very nicely done. StahlbolzenSC now in Octo Stage, the obligatory water level. Everyone hates water levels, I stand by it. Using the rolling shield to make quick work of the first mini boss. Charging up, nice jump between the fishes. Killing the second mini boss with the electric spark from Spark Mandrill. Highflyer dashing through the hallways meanwhile. Not really. Highflyer with another Paul Hart grab. Very, very nice. I remember him doing that in Race 1 as well. Very well done. StahlbolzenSC now going to the third mini-boss, this giant sea snake we have to kill in order to get to the heart. Done. And Highflyer now reaching Mandrill. StahlbolzenSC with mini-boss kill number 4 underneath the ground. Highflyer taking this very safe, picking up the ice shots to the wall. Mandrill cannot really walk or do anything. Pretty clean fight from him. StahlbolzenSC now reaching Octopus, who can be a real pain in the speedrun as well, because as long as he's doing this, we're all fine and good, but he can do the swirlies just like this, and this costs time as well. StahlbolzenSC almost on point with his ammo, but he ran out of ammo. This costs a bit of time. Very unfortunate, but still with a center kill. Very well. Now, Armadillo stage for Highflyer here. I think Highflyer has 2 stages left where StahlbolzenSC now going into his last stage, but he's going into Chameleon stage, one of the longest stages here. Highflyer going for the booty grab as well. Didn't get it. Didn't get a drop. Chameleon stage now for StahlbolzenSC. The big difference is you will see that the stage is now flooded with water. That is why StahlbolzenSC is choosing to do Chameleon as the last Maverick, because where Highflyer had to do this very precise trick with putting the ice sled and sliding over the gap, StahlbolzenSC can just do a long jump with the water physics of this game and jump over the pit to get the heart easy peasy. StahlbolzenSC now at the mini boss, using exactly 18 boomerangs. That is the exact amount we can spare on this fight in order to have enough boomerangs for the boss fight. Ooh, Highflyer with the death in front of the Armadillo stage, but this doesn't do anything. We have to see this spot on the top right anyway 4 times before at the 5th time we will have the Hadoken capsule. We can also already take a death earlier and then later. As you can see with StahlbolzenSC, he just got the heart easy. Highflyer now at the boss door. StahlbolzenSC is now going through cave section. As I said, Highflyer did not really lose any time. It does count toward the revisit to take a death early. There are several runners who choose to take deaths earlier because having to die 3 times in this section can be a bit repetitive. It is no problem for him to die here. He did not lose any time. His life count is totally fine. He got the life, the 1-up in convenience stage. StahlbolzenSC here with a bit of trouble in the swamp section, but can manage to pass this easy peasy. Now at the boss fight here, StahlbolzenSC going in. Highflyer now going to his last Maverick stage where StahlbolzenSC is at the last fight. He also got some ammo drops, so his life is easier as well. He does not need to exact pound his boomerang, as you can see. Easy fight, just got him in the loop and no problems there. So, the real question is, how will the Sigma stages play out and how will the refights? We have now Highflyer at the mini-boss mania in Octo stage, where StahlbolzenSC already is going to the Sigma stages now, needs to do the revisits, will go to Penguin first, and then go back to Armadillo stage. This will be pretty tricky, because it seems that StahlbolzenSC is way further ahead than he actually is, because we must not forget, Highflyer already has one more visit in for the Hadoken, which might even out for around 20 to 25 seconds. Highflyer missing the timing a bit here on the snake kill, but no problem, he still got it. StahlbolzenSC is dashing through the snow here, getting to the igloo on the upper path of Penguin stage. Penguin stage is the only stage we have to revisit for an item if we want to, because we cannot break this igloo when we visit the stage first time. Stahl did also get task cards and he get booty grab. We must not forget that. He got all the fancy. StahlbolzenSC now in the revisit at Dillo stage, using the seasoning to make his way easier here. He does not need to go back for the E-Tank, not to forget, because he got the wonderful booty grab. Highflyer on the left side is fighting Octo here, has a bit of bad luck with the swirlies. Every swirly loses a bit of time, but can get easy peasy. Can get the fight done easy peasy. StahlbolzenSC here has to grab the heart tank, and he is getting it, no problem with the so-called no-stop heart. Wonderful. Highflyer now finished his 8 Mavericks and is going into the revisits as well. Funny thing you see when StahlbolzenSC is driving the minecart, he is jumping. He's jumping a lot, jumping up, jumping down. That is not for swag, not for show-offs, but that is because whenever we just stand on those minecarts and we drive the last minecart in exactly this section, we will spawn birds. And those birds will cause a lot of lag if we let them spawn. You see that one bird? That was only one. Those can be like 6, 7, and so on. With the jumps, he's avoiding the lag. He is avoiding the spawn of birds, so he can actually avoid a lot of lag, and that does save time. Highflyer now with the heart grab is done with Penguin stage as well, and now going to the Dillo stage. StahlbolzenSC with, I feel like it's his last visit. I did not count exactly. Highflyer, that was the third visit for Highflyer thinks he needs to fat bad. He went down here in order to get an extra life. I did not see him die somewhere. He got 2 extra lives here. I did not see him die anywhere where he should have farmed the life for. Highflyer now trying to get the booty grab again. He is not getting it. StahlbolzenSC with his swaggy torpedo once again on Dr. Light. Oh yeah, he died to Kuwanger. You're so right. Thank you, chat. You are so right. He got 2 extra life because he died to Kuwanger, and he thinks he needs a second one because he died in front of the boss door, but he didn't. Well, he died in front of the boss door, but he does not need to farm a life for that. But that is only a safety measure. Fair enough. StahlbolzenSC now in Sigma Castle number 1. Yeah, chat is off the very. That is. Thank you, chat. StahlbolzenSC missing the leap of faith, a strategy where you can skip one of the platform cycles in order to save some time. Very, very tricky and dangerous strat. Did end some very good PB attempts. Very famous players in the past. Reducing his health here once again. Down for the scripted cutscene. Yeah, we will have to ask him after the match. We definitely have to ask him after the match. I think he might not know that this does count as a visit. StahlbolzenSC with the Dillo skip, with the Vial skip, no problem here. Skipping the cutscene in its entirety, and combined 2 cutscenes. One saved bit of. And from now on, Big Bad Vial will have faced the Hadouken. StahlbolzenSC getting ready, you can see him focused, getting ready to do Hadouken. 1-hit kill. Highflyer with the capsule here. Yeah, that is exactly what it seems like. Highflyer did not know that what happened in the stage does count towards the revisits. Very unfortunate. We saw the capsule up there. If he gets to the point with full HP now, no problem. He should still get the Hadouken now. He's taking it safe, killing all the birdies, and there you can see what I meant. Oh, he has no full HP. That is why the capsule did not get the Hadouken. That is very unfortunate. StahlbolzenSC now on. StahlbolzenSC now on Kuwanger refight on his way to the spider. So chat, what happened there is it seems like Highflyer did not notice that the death he took in the Dillo stage counted towards the revisit numbers. StahlbolzenSC with a good pattern for the spider and gets the Hadouken. He seemingly did not know that it counts towards the revisit number, and he did die with the jump where he thought he needs one more revisit, and then the next time he did not have full HP, because when the last time you are in that spot to see the capsule, to get the capsule, you need full HP. StahlbolzenSC now on Sigma 2, passing through the stage with the charge C-Sting, going to the Penguin refight, and now Highflyer with the Hadouken capsule as well. Getting the Penguin Hadouken, no problem. Highflyer now having the Hadouken. Very unfortunate, but that is not the end of the world yet. The hardest stage is still ahead. You never know what happened. This is still a everything. Highflyer now trying to catch up in Sigma 1. StahlbolzenSC fighting Eagle now. Eagle no problem in the refights because we can just Hadoken him. No dives to be expected here. Weather is fine. Not cloudy, only sunshine and rainbows here. StahlbolzenSC now on his way to rank the Bender. I remember him having a good fight in the first race. That is where we started to see this. But he missed the Hadokens. Let's see what he can do this time. Highflyer now on the Vile Skip. Gets the first part. Lemon Dukin once again. But the second Hado, no problem. No problem. And gets a good second eye. 1, 2, 3, and wonderful one cycle fight. One cycle nose. Very, very good from StahlbolzenSC. Highflyer getting the fight. Fire now got the full skip as well. Very, very good. StahlbolzenSC now finished with Sigma 2. Highflyer with the fight against. Now, let us focus on StahlbolzenSC for a second with the Dillo skip in Sigma 3 now. Missing a bit here and there. Using the safe backup strat. Trying to get to the ice sled. He didn't get hit so far, and he got it. Took him some time, but no harm done. Still full HP. That's really fine. He skipped the boss trigger here with not Highflyer here with a little bit of trouble. I'm sorry guys. He skipped the cutscene. Or he skipped the boss trigger. Not getting the air Hadoken. Too bad. He skipped the boss trigger for the Dillo fight with not zooming up the camera, because only when the camera is zoomed up when entering the boss door, Dillo will spawn. Nice backup Hadoken for StahlbolzenSC here. Teleporting coup angle for Highflyer. Highflyer got the backup though, no problem. Let us see StahlbolzenSC against Mandrill. Hadoken, easy work. So Highflyer now entering the Bow Spider fight. StahlbolzenSC on his way to the Octo refight. He missed a fish, but killed it easy peasy afterwards. And Highflyer gets a good pattern on the spider and the spider. No problem. Nicely done. Hadoken on the left side, I was about to say. Hadoken on the right side for StahlbolzenSC against what's his name? Octo. Yeah, that's his name. Against Octo. Sea-stinging his way through the passage with all the lasers and the turrets to go to the Mammoth. Highflyer trying to chase up with Sigma 2 Sea-sting action, going up to have the refight against Penguin. Mammoth knocked us down here for a second, but no problems. Nice Pengu Hadoken for Highflyer. And StahlbolzenSC now on his way to go to the D-Rex fight. Let us see how he can kill the D-Rex. There are several nice strats. StahlbolzenSC attempting the Dom Dukin, and he gets it. Wonderful. He got the tink off of the lower part of D-Rex, but wonderfully done. So-called Dom Dukin. And I see still green splits for StahlbolzenSC. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, chat points also a Lemon Dukin, but that was a successful Lemon Dukin. Good Hado against Eagle from Highflyer. Another Tink Dukin. Yes. StahlbolzenSC climbing up the last stage here. Now it's only one dog, one Jedi, and one wolf. StahlbolzenSC2 with the blue shot into the Hardo. Oh, he got hit by the flame. He's using the E-Tank. Highflyer here with a non-Hardo pattern against Direct, against Rankta. Very unfortunate. Easy Hadoken for StahlbolzenSC2. Almost a double Hadoken for Highflyer on Rankta, but he got the blue eye and Hadoken that. And Rankta is down. StahlbolzenSC2 now on his final fight. It's only 16 rolling shields here until the game is done. The claws can be a problem here, as you guys can see. Can troll us quite a bit, but StahlbolzenSC2 is doing his best, dodging everything he can. Nicely done. Highflyer now going into the 6-3, and StahlbolzenSC2 finishes with a 37:51. Official race time here is 37:53. Very well done. GG StahlbolzenSC2. Nevertheless, on the other side of the screen, Hadoken. Nevertheless, on the left side, we still have Highflyer with his run, attempting the air Hadoken now against Chameleon. Let us see if he can hit it. Ice Sled stands, wonderfully done. Air Hadoken against Chameleon. What happened here is he's pushing the Ice Sled into the wall and using it as a platform so we can Hadoken. Wonderfully done. And now we have him against the Mandrill. Let us see. Shooting the ice. Getting the Hadoken done, no problems here. Let us see the fish section. Both runners missed the third fish. This can happen. No problems though, no harm done. Refight with Octo coming up now. Octo can give us 3 patterns, a low, a mid, and a high jump. Obviously, since we're in a race, he's giving us the worst RNG. It's only like a few frames.
Hello!
Hello, StahlbolzenSC2. GG to your victory here. We're still following up on Highflyer's race, or at Highflyer's run until he finishes out.
Oh yeah, wait a second, I opened the stream here.
Highflyer now entering up and gets the Hadoken done. Wonderful. Wonderful Hadoken on the Mammoth, not even knocking him down. Highflyer now attempting, as it seems, for an air Hadoken against Direct. Wonderful strat. Non-RNG dependent. Let us see if he gets it. He gets the Ice Sled. He gets the air Hadoken. Wonderfully done. This is a good backup strat if you're not familiar with the Dom Doken strategy, or the so-called Tink Doken by StahlbolzenSC2.
As long as it works.
As long as it works, it doesn't matter. And
yeah.
The advantage of this strategy of air Hadokening Directs is that it's non-RNG dependent if you cannot do the Dom Doken, and you are not happy with playing with the backup, because the backup can always be like, give you several patterns. Very nicely done. Highflyer now as well on his final 3 fights. A dog, a Jedi, and a wolf. See how he is doing the dog fight. If he gets hit like StahlbolzenSC2, no, he does not.
Yeah, huge time loss.
Yeah, it looked very weird because you killed the dog and you still got hit. So the Jedi, the Jedi Hadoken very, very close, but he still got it. Nicely done.
teasing him. Huh? Come closer if you have a chance.
Nicely done. And now we still have 16 rolling shields for High Flyer as well. No claw blocks here. The claws are very nice to High Flyer here. Clean fight so far. I absolutely like what I see. Very good claw behavior and very good. One missed rolling shield, that's not the world. Very good fight from High Flyer. He's staying on the claws. Got knocked down now, and that's what we're talking about when we say claw block. And High Flyer is done now as well. Fisher Rice time
GG.
for High Flyer. GG for you with a 42-29. So this race, stupid claws. So this race goes to the StahlbolzenSC2 with a 2-0 victory over High Flyer. Yeah, Stahlbolzen. I did not see the first race, unfortunately.
It did not happen.
It did not happen. Okay, so we played a race with a double ante.
I don't know. I mean, I can only talk about myself, and I just heard High Flyer saying he's like not happy about game 1, at least. And didn't saw anything, but like I had a passive B and I bonked a blue guy in the intro, so I had to play the second B like super slow. Then I bonked everything in Penguin stage and had to fight Penguin with 1 HP, and I was super shaking all the time. So I never jumped over the islets, so I just waited for him to slide around and stuff like that. Then 20th try iceless, I guess. Something like that. Then I got carpet. But after the E-Tank, I messed up my jump. It wouldn't let me down for the green platform in between. Okay. So I lost the carpet and had to jump into death and had to do the stage again because you despawn the platforms. Yeah. So I was already like plus 1 minute 30 or something after Eagle. Well, not a great start in a race, I guess.
That is definitely
true. I mean, the rest of the run, I was like, I mean, it's not an excuse, but I'm a little bit ill today, and like every mistake is like it's like doubly worse because you if you make a mistake, your head is like running an extra mile, and I don't know, I was shaking most of the time, but I guess the rest was okay-ish, if I remember correctly. I mean, no air hardo, but stuff like that can happen. And I don't know, I finished with a 39, a low 39, and then he was like, oh, okay, I didn't finish. So I don't know what happened. Must be something.
Yeah. I've only seen it, like I only saw the splits of you guys. And I came back later, but I saw some major pluses on High Flyer's side in race 1. So
yeah,
I think just something happened, and I cannot say right now what happened. And that is all for all I know. And in race number 2, you guys were very close. The first stages. You had a lead for about 15 to 20 seconds the whole time until High Flyer unfortunately died to Kuwanger, which was very unfortunate. Yeah, it was very unfortunate.
This can happen from time to time. Sometimes you have those days where you just can't do the tango and mess it up.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. So that is the thing that can happen. And after that, he had a very unfortunate death in front of the Dillo door, which usually, as we all know, it does not do anything. Like, it doesn't change anything at all.
He didn't get a revisit.
He got it. He got the visit the first time, but the car dragged him down into the pit. But it seems that he didn't know that this does count towards the revisit number he needs. So the jump where he like which in his head was revisit number 3. He did the jump as if he wanted to die, but the capsule was there. And
Oh.
then he dropped down, took damage and despawned it. Then it wasn't there anymore. He had to die, and the next time he went there, the car he didn't have full HP, and that was the real kicker. Up to that point, it was even with the death, it was kinda close. It could have all come down to a good or bad Sigma 3. So I think
Interesting.
I think it was he really put up a good show in race 2, and I cannot speak for race number 1. I don't know what happened. I will rewatch it later.
I don't know if I want to do.
I will rewatch it later. It sounds like a very funny race to watch.
I mean, race number 1 was the reason why I switched to E2 for the second one, because I didn't felt iceless and carpet is the way to go here. And it started very good. I got a gold split in intro.
Nice.
And I got a gold split on Mendel. And I got booty. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw that. Chat already declared your run valid because you had task cars and booty.
Yeah, the Baja Blast.
And Baja.
Yeah. And I think
Blast.
after Sigma 1, I was like minus 40 seconds on my route, my other route thing. And even after Sigma 2, I was still on real PB pace.
Ooh.
But then, Erhado and bad Sigma 4 happened.
Yeah.
So at least I got my very first E2 sub 38.
Nice.
Which is like, I'm still very happy about, especially after race 1. I don't know.
Alright, so I just noticed that Highflyer won't be joining us tonight for an interview because he has to run, but that is still not saving us from calling out a big GG to both of you. You put on an amazing show, both of you, and with this win, you will progress to the next match in this tournament, Mr. Stahlbolzen.
Already top 4, so I can brag everywhere about it.
You reached the top 4 in the SpeedGaming Live 2022 tournament. Your next
likely have to race Demuland soon.
Your next tournament will be either Demuland or Landmines, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be either Demuland or Landmines. Yeah, I'd say we all know that the probability for it to be Demuland is like very high.
Very, very low, yeah.
It's very high.
Demuland is free.
Oh, shot fired. Demuland-Zerstörung. Shot fired.
Sorry.
See, this is what happens. Like, little sins are punished right away.
Yeah.
So, that was the race. Guys, I thank you so much for watching SpeedGaming Live. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you for restreaming. Yeah, it was more or less spontaneously. But you know, I'm always here for doing commentary. Thank you for having us. Guys, if you want to get into this speed game, into the community, check out any of our runners. Leave a follow for our 2 amazing runners, Highflyer and StahlbolzenSC2. And I think we do not have our next race already scheduled. I'm not sure about that, but keep an eye open.
So, no.
Keep an eye open. The tournament will continue with 2 more best of 8 matches with Poison Curls against it was Apt America, I think.
Yep.
And with Landmines versus Demulands. Yes. Any last words? Anything you want to say? Anyone you want to greet?
Just shout out to Highflyer. GG's on that for you. I hope you can shake it off somehow. And I hope everybody enjoyed second race. at least the second race. And have a good day, good night, good morning, wherever you are.
Yes. Thank
So,
you all
bye.
for hanging out. Yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for watching SpeedGaming. Thank you for having us. My name is Giochi. This was StahlbolzenSC2 against Highflyer. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back soon. Bye bye.